Perfect.
Hey guys, how you guys doing? Welcome to Soft Sports. It's been a while. Hope you guys are doing dandy. We like to talk sports in the city of Houston. We keep it real nifty around these parts. We don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. It's been a while, so I hope everybody's just holding it down for the H. And look, man, we ain't them old whack ass niggas on the other side. Y'all know what this is, man. Welcome to Soft Sports. Hey, man, the freshest flavor in the city. The reason why we're the freshest flavor in the city is because we have the fresh ingredients. And if you don't know the fresh ingredient, it is you, the people in the chat. This is a participation grade. Don't come around here sitting stale. Hey, your opinion matters. Your opinion counts, man. But we got two gentlemen jumping down with us. Of course, y'all know who it is. Been holding it down since I ain't been around. Gentlemen, would you like to introduce yourselves? Who we got joining us in the pregame this morning?
Man, you got your boy Third Coast Sports TV. Winkus in the building. It's been a long time. Y'all see the man is back. I told y'all this man wasn't dead. I told you, bro, he still had his eyeballs and he's still darker than ever, bro. We already know exactly what it is, bro. Midnight's finest, Ed Honcho, back on the screen, bro.
It's racist. It's not colorism. You can't get in. Shout out. And we got a gentleman up there, top left corner representing him up there. You see what's on this head, man. Who do we have? Representing the top right.
You already know where it is, baby. You already know what it is. YouTube. I told y'all we ain't went nowhere. Y'all been looking. I told you we was right around the corner. I've been saying that we right around the corner. We right here, baby. Hey, H-Town, we back, yes, man. Soft Sports, you already know what it is, baby. What's good, baby?
I just have catching the echo. Let me work on that. Y'all know players fuck up. Hey, we getting back in the rotation. Just it wouldn't be the sauce if something wasn't lost, man. Say, look, you know how we do. We gonna fix it. We moving and grooving. Yeah, you feel me? So let's see. We got to do a little thing around here that we haven't done in quite some time. Right, and I apologize for that. I'll try to minimize it best I can. I'll try to figure it out. But we do a little thing around these parts called the Sauce Nation Roll Call. And shout out to your side with pride, wherever you may be, your set, your hood, your avenue, your block, your cul-de-sac, your building, you know what I'm saying, your street, your circle, your military ranking, you know what I'm saying. If you want them interplanetary weirdos, you might be an alien in this motherfucker. Shout out whatever you represent. And while we're doing that, we're gonna start getting into this conversation. And I see Trinity Gardens in the building. Oh, I'm slum, man. Hey, man, look. I'm fucking with the slum, baby. I'm telling you, I'm slum. You can go down to slum. If you don't know, now you know. Okay. See Trinity Gardens in the building, Greenpoint in the building. We ain't got a lot of time. I'm gonna make sure we get some shout outs anyway. But we got to talk a little bit of Texans, right? And we got a pregame coming up, especially these two gentlemen. I want y'all's opinion because a lot of people have been, knocking the first outing. They've seen a lot of flaws. They've done a lot of nitpicking, saying that we overpaid, saying that, and we know as Texas fans, this fan base is never happy. You know what I'm saying? We've had our moments where we weren't too keen on a lot of things. I think a lot of us see some change, but we'll see what happens. But we'll start with Spitz, man. Your thoughts on CJ's last outing and what you expect to see offensively from him today?
I mean, it was a lot to be desired. Like, we understand that he's a rookie coming out there. He didn't get that much time to play. He only played 2 drives, only had 4 attempts, 2 completions off of 4 attempts. Yeah, he had the interception, which was bad. He wasn't out there with his offensive line. Obviously, we know his right tackle, Tyus Howard, is hurt. His left tackle, Larry Tunsil didn't play. Shaq Mason didn't play. He was under the rest. The pressure was coming through, and I believe that's the reason why they pulled him out of the game after only 2 drives. So it was really more so an incomplete grade. We didn't get a chance. He didn't get a chance to work through his mistakes like some of the other quarterbacks the couple of days after, like AR and Bryce and other quarterbacks got a chance to do. He didn't get a chance to do that. It didn't work all that well. And like I said, I went to practice on Wednesday. And like I said, shout out to everybody that was out there with after practice. And it started off a little rocky at first too, and not because he was off target, because of the pressure. But once things started to settle down and he got to play a little bit more during practice, he kept getting better and better, kept on improvement. So what we need to see from today is improvement. We need to see improvement. We need to see him out there longer than just a quarter. Like, he needs to be playing deep into the second quarter before he gets pulled out. That's what I'm looking for the most. I'm looking for him to play longer and for him to improve. And I think the longer he'll play, the improvement will show up, because I think you got to give him time to settle down and able to scan the field and read what's going on. And obviously, his offensive line going to be out there today outside of Tyus Howard, because obviously he won't be there till week 1. I think he'll be able to settle down a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I find it funny because right before we tuned up the stream, right before we hopped in the chat, I told Spitz, man, and I find it extremely laughable that now, since the Sauce has been getting players, we've been getting the personnel that we want, we've been getting the coaches we want, Nick Caserio's been making the moves that the Sauce values. The culture is changing. They're embracing the city. Everything is going the way that we have always wanted it to be on the Sauce. I find it funny that everyone outside of our entity and network has everything to say about what the fuck is going on with this football team. Now motherfuckers act like they ain't got no patience. Because when Davis Mills was on the train, just give it time. Just give it time. We don't need to wait. Well, why are you casting aspersions? Let it play out. He has Pep Hamilton, for Christ's sake. Davis Mills, he can't complete a pass. He couldn't throw a condom in the toilet. I'm like, bro, I'm tired of all of this, bro. I'm sick of all of that. Bro, the time is here. A real quarterback is in the motherfucking building. He gonna do, bro. All rookies are gonna end up going through their little hiccups. As we all could see yesterday, would y'all really have been cool with what you seen Bryce Young doing? I don't think so. So, we personally are gonna give our quarterback the chance. Anybody else who got something to say about CJ, man, fuck you. I really don't even give a shit. Your opinion really doesn't matter. And at the end of the day, we can't always get what we want.
And I'm glad you mentioned. I'm glad you pointed it out. You know, a lot of things, and again, you know, especially since I've been gone. And shout out to the Round for holding it down, man. The Texans have made a lot of changes, things that we've been speaking on. I mean, in years past, and it seemed like it happened all so swiftly. It's just like they just made a big. I mean, that's how you got. If you want to take real change, you got to make massive action. And so, you know, shout out to the Texans for doing that. But let's kind of look on the other side of the ball. You know, what do you guys feel? We'll start with Wink. What did you see last week that concerned you and that you would like to see the defense step up on today?
I ain't worried about the defense at all. The defense is the least of our problems, bro. Interior pressure, guys setting the edge, guys being able to show up in the run game. The linebackers are getting to the point of attack. They trust each other, and they doing the very definition of what D'Amico Ryan said when he got to this motherfucking team, swarming to the football. We all know what the acronym stands for, so we ain't got to spell it out for you. D'Amico and what he is already doing with this defense, I'm to the point where I understand we're in the preseason, but when the season kick off and when people start getting their heads knocked off and they start talking about us week after week, hey, the Texans ain't really a team you got to lay down for. We are going to find out exactly what it is. If Jacksonville can do it, we damn sure can do it. And I'm not really worried about it. Everything else is going to play out the way it's supposed to. So I'm just going to sit back. I'm not finna argue with nobody. I'm just going to watch motherfucking ligaments get torn. I'm finna watch concussions left and right. I'm finna watch a whole bunch of injuries on the other side of the football that the Houston Texans defense is going to be delivering, and we're going to be breaking dudes' will the way that Terrence Crawford was supposed to be broken by Errol Spence. But we're gonna be Terrence Crawford this time, and we're going to Spence every last one of these niggas up. Week in, week out. You muted, bro. You muted. He muted. I can't even hear him.
I feel bad about that for Spence, but I usually don't be giving a damn about no damn athletes. Bro, I felt abused. I felt like something happened to me watching that shit, man.
Bro,
we're gonna have to talk about that.
Bro,
I didn't get the chance to hear your thoughts on that. But Spence, man, your thoughts. So looking at the defense, is there something that's concerning you that you saw that you feel like needs to be improved on the defense?
The backups don't need to let up a touchdown towards the end of the game.
Right.
That was the most concerning thing from last week's game. But if you want to talk about what I've seen in practice the other day, the defense does need to work on a little bit of being very, especially against this Miami team, the speed that this Miami team has. They need to make sure that they're very precise with their communication, because that was the problem during practice. Like on the little 2-minute drive, 2-minute drill, they let up on some lapses with communication. They let up 2 big plays.
So the fact that we talk about defense and how, you know, they're kind of looking maybe some would say ahead of schedule, and I would think that, you know, the Texans' glory days, I would say, in my opinion, I felt like the defense was the strength of the team. Do you feel, and maybe I'm jumping the gun, do you feel the way the defense is progressing that could be something that we can see again? Or do you feel like it's going to take an offensive driven team to have that kind of success for this team?
Well, no, I think the Texans probably will be one of those franchises, and I said this last year that we just need to be one to realize who the fuck we are, and be one of those franchises that's strengths is through the defense, like what you would think of the Pittsburgh Steelers, what you used to think of the Baltimore Ravens, the 49ers of recent memory. Just those teams that you think of, the Washington back in the day, like one of those teams that you just think of. Okay, Tampa, those teams you think of because they have a very, very strong defense. Because we were a top 10 secondary last year, top 10 passing defense last year, and now you're gonna have Stingley. Now you got Ward. Now you have D'Amico here calling plays. Then you didn't drafted Willie Anderson. Hopefully, plays for a full season. You got Perriman. So I think this defense could definitely improve, and they can meet the strength. In the way they're a very aggressive defense. They fly around the football. They like last week in that game they were tackling like it was nobody's business. Like, I definitely think that this team could definitely be one of those type of teams. And I agree with you. When you go back and look at the 2011 team, you go back and look at the inaugural season. It was a game that the Texans beat the Pittsburgh Steelers at Pittsburgh, and the offense only had 100 yards. The offense had less than 100 yards. The Texans offense had less than 100 total yards, and we won the game by 3 touchdowns or 14 points or something like that. And at Pittsburgh in the inaugural season, because the defense was just that good. The offense was horrific, but the defense was good. So we definitely just need to go back to our roots, because obviously inaugural season, first season, just go back to our roots. Our best season was 2011, if you want to be completely honest, and it's probably our best defense that we've ever had. People argue the greatest player in the franchise history is a defensive player. I still say it's Dre, but whatever, it is what it is. I ain't tripping. But just go back to your roots, go back to what you know, and just be a strong-minded defense. And the only thing is, in today's NFL, because the way the rules are, everything they have transition because they're trying to get more points. So everything is predicated to the offense. So you can't play defense like you could play back in 2000 with the Ravens, or 2002 with Tampa Bay, or 85 with the Bears. Like you can't play it like that, but you can still be a strong-minded defense, and that can still get you, especially in this division right here in the AFC South, could definitely win you the division. And I think the offense will grow as time goes on. I think the offense is going to need a lot of time, but their defense, and then you got a defensive-minded head coach who used to play for this team, who was one of the good players with this team, rookie of the year with this team as a linebacker. So I think that those type of things, you can just use that and build upon that and actually be a strong-minded defensive unit.
I completely agree with that. Wink, the conversation is that, looking at this team right now, looking like the defense is the strength. Do you see, kind of reminiscent of when the Texans were in their prime, they would say that the Texans were at their best when their defense was strong. Do you get that vibe, or do you see something different?
I'm this the way that it looks extremely infectious. It looks, we maybe don't have the front seven of the 2011 defense, but the way that defense felt, and the ferociousness and the trust and the youth that it had at that time, it's very reminiscent of that. And it's, all things circle back to that's D'Amico's last year. He comes back from an Achilles. You have Mario Williams kicked to the outside. You have a young J.J. Watt. You have an Antonio Smith. You got Brian Cushing kicked in on the inside playing with You have Connor Barwin. You have
Brooks Reed.
A Brooks Reed. You know what I'm saying? You have a mean rotation, and the fact that so many, the linebacking core is so fun to watch. Like what I've seen from Henry Toto, what I've seen from Denzel Perriman, what I'm seeing from Derek Stingley, what I'm seeing from all of these guys. The only guy in the secondary who I understand who's really been cooked is two guys, as far as the depth goes, but when they played in the game, they didn't really let up anything, and that's Shaq Griffin and Desmond King. They've had some guys, but they're going to get some shifty guys. Shaq Griffin, is coming back, from, an injury. Making sure that he's back in the football shape, making sure that he's taking care of certain things. So, really trying to get himself and be able to work himself back. It's not like he's going to be having to go out the ones or the twos. That's Steven Nelson's and Stingley's job. But I think the scheme itself, and it's fun to see these dudes actually trust each other. I think we let up like that little 15-yard play early on, when Mac Jones ended up getting past the ball past Stingley, and Petrie was getting ready to come over. He came a hair late to either be able to get a pass breakup or better yet get an interception, which would have caused an eruption on the sideline. So, as far as the front is concerned, I see these guys working together. I see that gap discipline and that missed tackling shit is not happening this year. Dudes missing an absorbent amount of tackles. Dudes not jumping in and out of plays that they shouldn't be doing. I think we're going to see a team that is so disciplined and is going to be able to stand on their square from the front all the way to the back. And I can't wait till the season starts so we can see it in full motion with the reins completely taken off.
All right, all right. So it's getting close to that time. We do a little thing around these parts. And it's been a while, and look, I gotta remember some of these stuff. Got to knock the dust off some of these things. But we play a little game called Mark My Motherfucking Words. All right, this is not a score prediction. Start putting numbers up there. Don't put the numbers on your keyboard. Mark My Motherfucking Words means a bold prediction, something that's gonna happen in the game. Whether it be a stat line or occurrence, whatever it may be, but it has to be something bold. It can't be like, let's get out there and get 50 yards and 2 catches. It's got to be something. Put your name on it. We'll start with Spitz. Spitz, what's your Mark My Motherfucking Words for this preseason game with the Dolphins and the Texans?
You should be good, Spitz. I don't know if he's muted or not.
Mark my motherfucking words. All right. You can hear me, Wink?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me get your mark my motherfucking words. We'll figure out what's going on with
I say the defense is going to cause 3 turnovers. It could be 2 fumbles, that end up being recovered, or 2 picks, or vice versa. But I see 3 turnovers being made. From what I've seen from this line and what I've been hearing about the way that this line of the Dolphins has been taken care of, I think we're going to end up seeing a situation where the front seven will end up getting 6 sacks.
Yeah, I get you. All right, speech again. Yeah, I get you.
What's your prediction?
There you go.
I think.
Okay, yeah, all right. What's your
Mark my words that you're going to see a vastly improved offense. A very improved offense, more efficient. And CJ gonna look better than every rookie quarterback out there. Mark my words. Mark my words.
That's a bold prediction. I know there's a lot of people there's a crowd trying to doubt the Stroud. It's all good, you know what I'm saying? We're going to see what's happening. I think, it's kind of similar to a dude that was around here a while back. His first little outing wasn't excellent. You saw a flaw, but you saw improvement. And, it just takes time. But like you said, mentioned earlier, people just want everything immediate. We are a microwave society. A couple of folks in the chat, I see Broderick saying something, but nobody cares what Broderick thinks. Let's see. OG77013, Mark my motherfucking worst fan is going to get his ass tore up, and Thompson's going to dominate. Stroud throws a TD every drive he's in, 335. I see Tank Dale, 2 TDs, Herb Gotti. Miller says CJ Stroud gets sacked 5 times. Sounds like a Davis Mills lover over there. Brick, for good to see you, man. Let me see. Make sure you hit that like button. King Jaja say even else with the pick 6. And then while y'all putting that out there, score prediction. What are y'all's thoughts, man? What are y'all looking at it today when it comes down to it? Just whoever, it don't even matter. Whoever want to take it. Comes down to it, just
27-14 Texans.
Texans 24, Dolphins 10.
Texans 24, Dolphins 10. I'm not gonna go over the top. Got a lot of things I need to catch up on. I'm gonna go. I ain't gonna go too low. I'm gonna say it's a little close. I'm gonna say 24-20.
Fair.
I get a little tension in there. See what we made. A little pressure, see if we bounce back. But with that being said, I know Spence is going live after the game. He's gonna have a post-game stream, so make sure y'all tune into that. And we're gonna get this thing back on track. Like I said, get on. He's had a couple of technical difficulties almost. He got a little bit of sauce with him. Like that. Thing back rolling. And definitely by Labor Day, around Labor Day, we'll be back being consistent because I have some changes going on, so we'll be able to, like I say, get it like we're supposed to. But before we get about it, gentlemen, y'all got to say, slide about it.
Man, shout out to the Roundtable. Shout out to everybody, who participated in the sauce, everybody who stayed down. We appreciate it. Appreciate all the other fan bases, coming along and sharing, theirs, you know what I'm saying? So, we, like Honchos who thought y'all was in the way, y'all finna move real motherfucking quickly.
Absolutely. It's we ain't even gotten to that other part. Right now we just getting warmed up. It's a lot of street sweeping and cleaning up in the city we got to do. But we'll get to that a little bit later. Spitz, anything you want to say before we get up out of here?
Man, shout out to Sauce Nation, man, for holding it down, coming through. You know what I'm saying? You already know what it is. Shout out to everybody that been asking about us. I told y'all we ain't with nowhere. We right here. We right around the corner. Y'all see where we at? Hey, man, season right around the corner. We gonna show y'all what's really good, man.
Shout out to these two gentlemen. Again, it's been a long time. Got to knock some of the rust off. It's been a minute for me. But we going to get this thing back going like it was, man, because, the people have definitely been asking. Everything has been good. It's just scheduling conflicts. But like I say, I know the people want it, and we're going to give it to you genuine. We're going to give it to you real like the sauce has always been. And the reason why is because of the fresh ingredients. You know what I'm saying? We know that's what y'all want. But y'all make this thing what it is. So we're going to give it to you as long as y'all going to show up. And, we're going to have a good time. It's going to be a good season, man. Like I said, I just think that we just kind of got to wait and see a little bit. But with that being said, we're going to slide it. If you're in if you're in the Discord, I forgot, make sure you're in that thing because we're going to be in that thing. Of course, chop it up through the game. We'll make sure how that. Yeah, if you're in there, you know how that go. You know what I'm saying? If you're not, if you want to be a member of the Discord, you can join the Patreon, patreon.com/softsports. I think there was a couple of new folks who joined up. If y'all don't got the link, let me know, and I'll make sure I get it to you. If you're on the Patreon, send me a message through the Patreon. I'll make sure you get it. Other than that, y'all be cool like y'all be cool. We're going to get up out of here. Y'all stay saucy, and we out.